Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Welcome back to my channel one more time. If you are new to this channel, consider subscribing because we only talk about the end of time issues. I talk about Islamic eschatology. So basically the coming of the Mahdi, the Dajjal, Ya'juj and Ma'juj. We talk about the coming of the Isa ibn Maryam. So if you are interested in these topics, only these topics, then consider subscribing. This video, I wanted to tell you something from the Quran. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he mentioned, وَعَبُدْ رَبَّكَ حَتَّى يَأْتِيَكَ الْيَقِينَ. Allah Azza wa Jal said in the Quran that وَعَبُدْ رَبَّكَ, worship your Lord until حَتَّى يَأْتِيَكَ الْيَقِينَ, until the truth will come to you. And the scholars, they said that the truth here means death, maut. So we as believers, we are supposed to be continuously, constantly worshipping Allah Azza wa Jal. And dear my sisters, when we do that, the victory for the ummah, it will never be far away. Okay, it was never far away. In fact, when we obey Allah Azza wa Jal, it will come closer and closer, and we will see the Muslims are ruling over the world one more time, inshallah. What we are seeing right now, the reason I want to make this video is because we have some story, some news that I want to show you. And in this news, you will see that Salam Pinkin Rails, Salamu Alaikum Salam. Right now looks like they have reached to an agreement, a peace agreement, even though we call it just a show. Wallahi, there is nothing called, it's a sham. Like there is nothing called peace agreement and this agreement, that agreement, because you make agreements between countries, between two power. Here we have only one power, and that power is the state of Israel. There is no other power there. The people in Palestine, they have nothing. They're completely defenseless. But nevertheless, they use the term peace agreement. Let's put it that way. So now they have reached this peace agreement. They are agreeing that, okay, Saqib Khan, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa alaikum assalam, brother. So now they're saying that because we have reached this agreement, let's not fight anymore. Now they are actually reaching to a ceasefire deal, and they would now, for now, will stop. However, this is the problem. With this kind of peace agreement, this is the problem. Now what will happen is Israel will go to the rest of the world and say to the rest of the world, hey, look, we agreed and we are abiding by the laws. Even though they are not, even though whatever they're doing with the brothers and sisters in Palestine is completely egregious, nevertheless they will say, you know what, look at us, we are a role model. You guys told us to stop, we stopped. But look at the other countries, they're not stopping, like Iran, like Hezbollah, Hamas. Like they will now come in the United Nations meeting chest puffed up. That's all they will do. So this is the negative side, this is the downside of it, that they have reached some kind of agreement. And at the same time, as they will peddle this propaganda, next year in Ramadan, this is very, very important. Next year in Ramadan, wallahi, dear sisters, they will do it again. So one brother, he said that what is that we can do? There is no time for us to just talk about it. Now it is time that we take action. My answer to that brother was that no, we need to take it easy, but we have to make long-term plans and put pressure on Israel to abide by it. I mentioned in my other video, the previous video, about Turkey, Russia teaming up to put pressure on Israel. That might not be possible, but that, wallahi, is one of the best ways we can make sure that this thing will not be repeated next year in the month of Ramadan. But I have my doubts, and we all know how they work. The Yahudi, you can never trust them. They will do it again. Wallahi, trust me, they will do it again. It is just a matter of time. Are we leading toward WW3? The brother asked this question, Saqib Khan. Inshallah, I'll answer you in a second. So what is that we can do? Okay, some brothers are saying, okay, so this is done. We should not be throwing stones and rocks at these people, little kids. And I do not know, wallahi, how people can even think that way. We stop, throwing rocks and stones at them, like they are evicting us from our houses. How would you feel if somebody comes to your house and tells you, get out of this house. This house belongs to me. You would fight. Wallahi, you would fight to the teeth. And this brother is saying that no, this is not the case. We should not fight them. We should just let them be who they are, and everything will be fine. Just stop stoning them. Dear brothers and sisters, this is a big problem. The whole ummah, most of us, we do not know what is happening. We do not know how to solve this problem. And out of our weakness, because of our weakness in our heart, we say, just forget about it, let it go. Give them whatever they want. So some Muslim, like, they have very weak iman. They do not know history. They do not know what to say. They are seeing every year this bad thing is happening. So they have really no solution to it. So the only solution they can think of is put the blame on the Palestinian brothers and sisters. Wallahi, this is mind-boggling. And when I see this ignorance that are so prevailing in the ummah, it is just mind-boggling. So going back to the question, are we leading toward WW3? Well, even if we do not want to, we will be pushed towards that direction by the Zionist, by the evangelical Christian. Do you know that this Armageddon, okay, the Armageddon that they peddle, they propagate, is a $1 billion industry. Armageddon in Arabic we call MALHAMA. Okay, Armageddon means MALHAMA in Arabic. That's what we call, but they call it Armageddon. This is a $1 billion industry. Do you think this industry will stop spitting lies? I don't think so, because it's gonna harm them. So what they will do, they will keep propagating, they will keep peddling this concept of Armageddon. Look, the WW3 has to happen. Look, this is the time when this conflict will take place. This is the time when, they will come out to take over the land of Israel. This fear mongering thing will continue on. This will continue on until the decree of Allah will come, and which would be the Malhama that we'll see that was prophesied by Rasulullah SAW. I have a few hadith that I want to share with you, but not in this video, where the hadith clearly talks about the army of the Mahdi and how this will all play out. But the point here is that even if we do not want to go towards that direction, somebody will push us, and the qadr of Allah will eventually take place, whether we like it or not. What's the reason for WW3 like nowadays? A few reasons. Number one, Chinese issue. China is becoming the world superpower. Then once you have a new world superpower, the power dynamic will change. It will shift. China will then make policies and decisions for the nation or the state of Israel. And the state of Israel, they know Chinese are not Yahudi. They would not like it. They would not agree to it. US knows it. So United States, America, would do anything possible to stop China to become the superpower, so that they will not make decisions for them, for US. There are other reasons. Russia is a big factor. You might think Russia, they are Caucasian, they are part of the Roman army, no problem, they will get along. At the end of the day, they are all brothers and brothers and sisters. The Roman, they are all part of the Roman Empire. The reality of it, believe it or not, dear sisters, after I did study and research, the more you read about them. In fact, in the book, Ezekiel, I think Ezekiel, the chapter of Ezekiel, chapter number, I think 38 or something, in the New Testament, it clearly mentioned the word Rusu. And this Rusu, or Rus, will be the Gog and Magog, who would come to destroy the nation of Israel. And this is what they are being preached. This is what they are being taught in their churches, and they focus on Russia, pointing towards Russia, that this is the Gog and Magog that Ezekiel is talking about. So we need to stop them, because they will come during the Armageddon will take place. Russia will come to fight the nation of Israel, and because they want to welcome the second coming of Jesus, because they want to protect the state of Israel, because they want to build a temple, the third temple. They would do whatever it takes to stop Russia. And they include Russia, they include Turkey. Turkey is a big name in the Bible. Turkey is a big name. Okay, in the Christian church, they teach anything, everything possible negative about Turkey. Okay, believe it or not. So there are many reasons, dear and sisters, why we will see WW3, even though we hope and pray this will not happen, but qadr of Allah. Then I have Muslim Imam Mahdi will destroy the synagogue of Shaitan. And then Imam Mahdi will destroy the synagogue of Shaitan. Inshallah, this is something we'll talk about, the Mahdi army, inshallah, in our next videos. But I'll let you go, guys, right now, because I think I already spoke about some of the comments that you mentioned. Like this video if you did, share this video, leave a comment, subscribe to this channel, and I will see you soon again. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi.